Cameo, host of Squawking Dead, and we're here to show you the compilation from question 2 of our Fear the Walking Dead final season countdown giveaway. We have a lot more respondents. The answers are far more creative. In case you don't know what we're talking about, there's a link to the promo for this giveaway in the video description on both Facebook and YouTube, as well as on our social media. You scroll down a little bit on Instagram, scroll down a little bit on our Twitter, especially when we ask the question for question 2. It is a quote tweet. You should be able to see the rules there. We've also posted the highlights from our live Q&A that we hosted last Saturday, going through some of the questions that some of you have had. And if you do have more questions, you can always check them out on that video, either on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you can see that video. It's basically posted on all social media and our video platforms. So without further ado, here are the answers. First up is Mitchell Shoemaker, who you can find at Twitter, at IFoundThemRickG.
Ooh, favorite episode. Man, that's hard. Been some good ones. Probably the season 4 episode, Laura.
Common response.
I liked how it really gave us a backstory of John and how he met June. Starts with him just doing his daily things with cleaning his pistol and doing his little Scrabble and watching his movies. June comes along and she's injured, and I liked how he's helping her and letting her stay fully until she's healed. At the same time, I could see how good chemistry they had, which I really, really, really liked, and how much they helped each other the little amounts of times that happened, especially with the Walker kills. And just the story of them, which was cool, and why we know why John didn't know what her real name was and only knew her as Laura. I just thought that was really freaking cool. Even though it was like a slower episode, it was still really great because it got to see one of my favorite characters in his little backstory. It was just really, really awesome.
Yeah, technically a bottle episode too. It's taking place in one setting, featuring only 2 people. I think it's their backstory, really, because when we meet Naomi from the earlier episodes, you don't really get much on purpose, because this is just after she's left John as Laura. So, yeah, we played with time a little bit. On to the next respondent, who is Takira, who you can reach at ko-fi.com/ConnieDixon4Life. That's Connie Dixon, the number 4, LYFE.
Hello, my people. I already missed question 1, but I'm going to answer it anyway and tell you that my favorite character is John Dory Jr. But my favorite episode would be season 4, episode 1, because that's when John and Morgan were introduced to the show. And
yes.
Morgan, across the board, is just one of my favorite characters in general.
Same.
For the whole Walking Dead universe, for everything. Mm-hmm. So when him and John Dory Jr. came together on Fear, that was just a very amazing, exciting, unforgettable moment for me. Not to mention, we went to see that episode in theaters, so that probably added a little bit of something to it that wouldn't have been there if we were just in front of our TVs at home.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Oh, yeah. Plus, the new forecast for when the show was, like, reimagined or whatever you want to call it. Seeing how they came together was really interesting for me. And seeing how they also came together with our original core cast, because Alicia also is one of my favorite characters. I guess that's it. Thank you.
The shock of, at the end of that first episode of season 4, seeing our old characters sort of break bad with the new characters we're growing to kind of like. That was kind of a good surprise. And this one is from Kim Dickens, Italy. Again, this one's very creative. I really enjoyed this one, and I hope you do too. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to guess which episode of Fear the Walking Dead this is. And you can tell us in the comments if you were right on the first guess. Here we go. Coffin, snowflake. Food, soup. A cap. A bomb. A wave or tsunami. A canoe or boat. What do you guys think that episode references? We're answering question 2, your favorite episode of Fear the Walking Dead. What do you think that is? Now, I took this back to Bridget and Charity. I think on first guess, Charity and I both actually kind of got it. In my head, when I saw the coffin, I thought, Mother. It's in the back half of season 6, if I'm not mistaken. But then I thought, okay, no, none of the other clues kind of makes sense. And then I thought, okay, the canoe means Laura, and no, that's definitely not it. So then I thought, okay, I think it's the dam explosion, the wave, the bomb, the food, but some of the other clues didn't jive with me. It turns out this was Sleigh Ride, last episode of season 3, the season finale. On to the next one. This one's from Rachel, Cosmom09 Rachel Burt, and it is a painting of the episode titled Breathe With Me, featuring Sarah looking for Wendell out in the nuclear fallout. This is season 7 episode, I want to say 3. I could be wrong. Really, really well done. And if you want to buy that painting or a print of that painting featuring Sarah Rabinowitz leaning against the tree, you can hit up Rachel at ko-fi.com/cosmomon09. Okay, on to the next one, which is Sharondy, aka Blazy Gardner. And I really, really enjoyed this one.
They met in the river in the Lone Star State. He patched up her wounds and fish stew she ate. He called her Laura. 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 She was a nurse and John was a cop. They canoed up the river, stopped to shop at Bill's store. Store store. They had blackjack, brittle, and a movie that night under electric TV light. John dozed off, and when he raised his lids, she told him that she had lost her kid. The next day she asked if he'd teach her to fish. He grabbed her some gear and said, as you wish, on the shore. Shore, shore. River by day and Scrabble at night, so romantic by the candlelight. But the time had come for her to go, and John, dear boy, wouldn't tell her no. He told her he loved her and she gave him a smooch, but in the morning all she left was her shoes down by the door. Door, door. With his JD pistol and his Scrabble tiles, it's all he's carried while he's looked for miles for his Laura. Laura. La 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 Laura.
Do. Nice. Of course, that's Laura, Fear the Walking Dead season 4 episode. I always get this wrong. 6, I think it is. Maybe 4. Common theme. Seems to be a good answer for everybody. But here we go. We've got Funky Brewster. That's Bridget, season 3. Episode 8. Kawasaki Walker, Kim Dickens, Madison Clark, Alicia, Jake Otto, Taka and Crazy Dog Children of Wrath, Victor Strand. I forget to pause it for the next one. Cosmonaut Valerie Stepanovich Lashenko. Tell me about your champagne, Victor Strand. Victor Strand says, it's a 1985 Dom Perignon vintage. That's actually a screen grab from Dr. Double Tap's Twitter account. Good account to follow. You want to get screen caps and quotes from all Walking Dead universe shows. He's been on a spate of, or she, maybe it's a she, of posting World Beyond and Walking Dead clips. And I think a couple of Tales of Walking Dead too. So keep an eye out for Dr. Double Tap and follow, and it's a good thing on your feed. Major Tom. Sing countdown on. Okay, so next up is Kim Rowley. And let's see what she chose. Season 7, Episode 4, Breathe With Me. Your brother is worth searching for. It's about love, loss, and sacrifice. This Sarah-centric show gave us her and Wendell's backstory. To be left wondering how she could go on without her brother was truly heart-wrenching. Was Strand lying to her? Was he alive? Was she ever going to see her brother again? Strand, who had Wendell in the tower. I was in panic mode right alongside of her, and all I wanted to do was help her breathe. Breathe With Me showed the depth of sibling relationships, which is why it's my favorite episode. Thank you, Kim. That was really, really good. And FYI, Kim was the one who had the gentleman answer to question 1, who's your favorite character? Saying June didn't deserve John. That was a haiku, and we're all dumber for not knowing it. Or maybe you knew that, but you didn't say it in the comments, so technically it doesn't count, and we're all forgiven. Okay. Anyway, next up is Jaden. who's at Jaden K. Lalonde, Canadian, obviously. Let's see Jaden's answer. Season 1, Episode 1 pilot, Fear the Walking Dead. Yes, the pilot episode. It does sound cliche, but it's one of my favorite Fear the Walking Dead episodes. Continue reading to find out why it is one of my top favorites. Reasoning. The pilot showed how fast things changed. I found it to be very interesting how they showed what it was like in schools and how people reacted. I found it very cool that they showed news outlets covering the topic of this disease. For example, a very eye-catching scene takes place in the high school with staff hovering around a tablet. And on the tablet, they're watching the first responders on the highway shoot people, quote unquote, but in reality, they're shooting walkers. To add on, we got introduced to a wide range of characters such as Madison Clark, Alicia Clark, Nick Clark, Travis Manawa, Liza Ortiz, Chris Manawa, Danielle Salazar, Ofelia Salazar, Griselda Salazar. In general, the pilot episode was extremely well written. It was intriguing seeing how people reacted at the start, what the start was actually like. Although Rachel would say, and I think many people have said, it wasn't enough. I wanted to see more. We've had that discussion. Refreshing to meet new characters and who they are. Fear the Walking Dead final season returns May 14th. Thank you, Jaden. This is from Nicolette, Farm School Girl, who we mentioned in the highlight Q&A video with the ransom note birthday card to Sharondy, aka Blazy Gardner. So here we go.
There ain't a whole lot of people doing things like this these days. They look down on us when the soda's flowing. But we got a code and we keeping it alive.
Sarah and Wendell, siblings in a semi-truck. Code, keep on trucking.
You gotta help people when they need that help. And then you gotta keep your truck moving. Keep on trucking.
Keep the truck moving.
And that's my favorite episode.
That is The Code, Season 4, Episode 11. Okay, and last but not least is Thomas at Celtic TSL on all the social media. And I think we have yet another entry for, you'll see. I think you've already guessed it.
Action there. 30 minutes for breakfast, please. Only 30 minutes.
I lost my child. We'll work on a new one tomorrow. Go to bed, Laura.
Go to bed.
A simple story for simple reasons.
That bitch stole my boots.
No two men do it alike. I was one man who kept the tap on until he was completely undressed. Yet now he made a picture. Years later, they see what came out. People aren't.
Nicely done, Thomas. Season 4, Episode 5. Okay, so it wasn't 4 or 6. Episodes 4 or 6. It was Episode 5. There you go. Thank you, everybody, for your submissions, and look out for the third question tomorrow. However, pay close attention to our Ko-fi or Patreon. We will be posting it shortly after you watch this. Early, ko-fi.com/squawkingdead or patreon.com/squawkingdead. I hope you enjoyed this video of all these fan submissions to question 2, which was what is your favorite episode? And hey, if you have any questions about any of these questions or what this is all about, ask it in the comments. Reply to us or who's DM us. Basically, just DM us. Anyway, bye.